Hey Daily Dosers, my name's Braden. I work here at the Vista campus, and I want to take you guys all the way back to when you were in elementary school. And maybe I don't know perfectly how it worked in your elementary school, but I like to think there's this universal protocol to when it came to having a crush on somebody. And this universal protocol would usually not consist of you walking over to your crush and saying, "Hey, I like you." No, you wouldn't do that. That'd be too bold. That'd be too clear. You'd get a friend. And then you'd write a note. And simply on this note, it would simply say, "Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe, circle one." And then it might say, "Do you love me? Yes, no, maybe, circle one." And then the big old question will pop up. "Do you want to be my girlfriend? Yes, no, maybe, circle one." And that friend you have, you wouldn't walk with him to go deliver this note. No, you just make him go, initiate the conversation, initiate the relationship, and you would just simply await a response from your love. And why do I bring this up? Well, I simply bring this up because it's actually really good theology. You see, God is the initiator, we're the responder. And God doesn't sit up in heaven going, "Ooh, I wonder what he or she is going to think, when they get my note." No, he doesn't send a note. He sends a person. He sends himself as Jesus Christ. And Jesus takes the punishment that you and I deserve, the sentence that you and I deserved. He was available when we couldn't get to God. God got to us. And in that turn of events, we get the most unfair exchange, where Jesus gets our sin and we get his righteousness. See, we're the responder and God is the initiator. And I think that brings up the question, how do we respond to this radical love? And I love what 1 John chapter 4 says in verse 11. It says, "Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us." I love what that verse says. And maybe my elementary school story brings up an elementary point, but I know I need this reminder, and maybe you do too. Man, perhaps the best way we can reasonably respond to God's radical love is simply by loving one another. And I hope this elementary point doesn't bring a childish response. You see, because even Jesus in his last days, it'll say in John 13:35, that perhaps the best way people will know that you are his and that you are followers of Jesus is by how well you love one another. Friends, if we love Jesus, then we'll love what he loves, and that's people. Would we be people that constantly pursue being more like Jesus? And maybe just the simply first step we can do is just by treating people a little bit better, loving them a little bit better. Because can I tell you, God really loves you, and God really likes you, and God really wants you to be a part of his family. Man, I hope you were encouraged by this today. I hope this reminder helps you today. I can't wait to see you next time. See you guys.